there, and the fact that they never have enough teachers seems like it's at least going to be sustainable over the next 10 or 20 years.
Right, and
we've gotten this far along, having all those facts in place.
Right, but when it's put completely on the college level, also costs go up. So I agree that it could be sustainable for a little while, but I would just like to see if that's Wendy's plan, and that's really what she wants to do. She really wants to guarantee that. Then I would like to see some long-term numbers. Where is this fund going to be in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years? Are you going to do things to bring in more revenue? If so, what are those things you're going to do to bring in more revenue?
Sure, but I think. Yeah, well, I agree. And I think those are all questions that are legitimate and much more legitimate than what year were you in a trailer? Maybe I'm way off base.
No. This is my concern. This is my concern.
I got Sean coming over to my side.
Was it a single wide or a double wide? It's important. I need to know.
This was my concern when this story came out. And by the way, Wayne Slater. Can we all agree that Wayne Slater is not a misogynist?
Correct.
Can we all agree here?
Yeah, and he's not Abbott's CIA either. That's
I went back and forth with somebody in Ohio.
Ohio. Thanks for getting involved. Your opinion means less than nothing. But thanks for getting involved.
I would like to say not named Becca Lower. Becca Lower is cool. But anyway, I got this is my concern, and it's honestly Abbott actually said this, but I said it first, which was, all right, what else is she lying about? Now, when I say that, I don't mean her past. Okay, I don't mean her past. But my concern is she lying about her positions when she says, I'm not in favor of a state income tax? Does she mean that? When she says, I want to do the Arizona model of Medicaid expansion, which she said at Tribune Fest, I believe. And by the way, that is a tax on hospitals. Does she mean
Medicaid expansion is? I'm sorry, Medicaid expansion is a tax on hospitals?
No, the Arizona model. She said that she's in favor of the Arizona model of funding the Medicaid expansion. And the Arizona model is a tax on hospitals, which, by the way, as somebody who used to live in Arizona not 6 months ago, nobody likes.
Well, I wouldn't like living in Arizona because it's a racist pit, but that's another question.
You mean it didn't lower healthcare costs, Taylor?
I don't know because I don't
taxing
know.
hospitals
I don't
didn't
know
lower
if it
healthcare
passed.
costs.
Every hospital and doctors group in Texas is for Medicaid expansion. I don't know as much about the Arizona proposal and what they do there, but every one of the doctors groups is for it here.
And what's funny is I talked to a doctor about the fact that the Medicaid expansion is a tax on hospital, and he went, they can't afford that. Hospitals can't afford that. Now, this is somebody who works at a hospital. I won't say who. I won't say which hospital. But
I need names. I need to know his background. Give it to me.
No.
Yeah, we need to know day by day. I need the TikTok of his whole life, apparently. Whoever it was. I can tell you that I can give you a name. I can tell you the Texas Medical Association supports Medicaid expansion. I can tell you that hospital associations support Medicaid expansion. So I don't know who you know at the hospital, but I'm just telling you, these are the guys who have come out and said it. Of course, they didn't win at the legislature. They didn't win at the legislature, but they.
It's more money. Why wouldn't you be for it? But that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. But my concern, again, what my concern is, she says she's for this, and since she has lied in the past.
What did she lie about? I still don't understand.
And saying, okay, in discussing her past story, making that the key point of her campaign. Let's be honest, her story is a key part of her campaign.
Well, what was the lie? I'm still looking for that.
Okay. From what I understood, this is what I understood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she can use tighter language if she wants to say that, and that's fine. Tighter language, whatever. She testified under oath
Mm-hmm.
that she divorced at the age of 19, when she actually divorced at the age of 21. Now, I understand that sometimes people separate. They separate beforehand, they live apart for a while, and then they eventually divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. But I'd rather people be specific instead of said, well, this is what happened.
Uh-huh.
That's my concern.
Let me ask you a question. I mean this as a matter of good faith.
Right.
What's the difference between a 19-year-old woman who's separated versus a 21-year-old who's divorced, living in a trailer with a kid? What's the difference?
One can drink legally.
You might guess I'm not impressed with that answer. I'm trying to figure out what.
No, Scott. There was minor sarcasm.
Well, let me just say this.
Yeah.
And that was minor sarcasm, and that's fine. We're having a good time here. Hey, by the way, I'm having a drink all the time. My thing is this: where's the big lie? She may have misstated what age she was when she got into a trailer. Some people may not like the fact. And I'm not sure that it was. I don't see anywhere that it was a lie. But some people may not like the fact that her ex-husband helped her get through college. But I don't see where the lie was in that either. When people talk about their past, and any of us could be put in this position. When you talk about your past, you don't come right out with the most negative things about your past, or the things that you wouldn't necessarily want the first time you meet somebody to know. But I just didn't, anywhere in that Wayne Slater piece or in any of the follow-up afterwards, I didn't see anywhere that there was this big aha, you lied moment. And at the same time, I hear people in a full-throated, you are a liar attack, and we're not even through January. It seems a little over the top.
Well, Scott, you can identify me by name when you say the full-blown attack.
And I mean that Sean is in a full-throated you lie attack, and I am.
And well, here's where I think the two lies are. I think the two lies are little lies, but what they do is they open the door to asking the question, if she'll lie about this, what else will she lie about? And we saw Barack Obama get caught in a few little lies, and now he's lying about Benghazi and was lying about the NSA. So what I think it does is it sets a worrisome trend of what else are they lying about. But the two lies I saw was her age, for one, not that big a deal, but she did lie about it. And the second thing is that if you look in her literature, if you look at her bio, if you look at everything that she's written on the internet.
Sean. No. Let's take them one at a time, because that's really obnoxious. What the first one, was it a lie, or do you hold open the possibility that it was just a misstatement? How old are you?
I would hold that it was a lie, because
I'm asking you a question. How old are you?
If you're under oath,
how old are you?
You need to be correct, because it is perjury if you're not correct. No, I'm not offering up personal details in an argument about Wendy Davis, Scott.
You're not offering up personal details, but we're going to go through 19 or 21 in the trailer. How old were you?
Guys.
How old were you the first time that you had a drink, Sean?
Scott, can we just talk about the issues here for just a second?
This is it. Well, let's talk about the issues.
I'm not running for any office.
Let's talk about the issue. Let's talk about the issues. I would love to talk about the issues. I've been trying to do that. What we're talking about right now is what age a person was when they lived in a trailer. That's an issue. That's an issue that's
when she got divorced.
Okay, and that's an issue that's important for Texas?
Scott, you interrupted me if you want to get technical. All I'm trying to say is that she lied about her age and perjured herself. And on top of that, she always makes it seem like she was a complete self-starter, that no one else helped her. She received no help along the way. She was a single mother who always had kids. And it turns out she got a lot of help along the way. She screwed over the people who did help her. And she probably didn't have her kids for most of that time either. She's trying to set an image, and the image is based on a lie.
I'm glad you're focused on the real issues in this campaign, Sean. You have somebody who was maybe 21 instead of 19 when she was divorced. We'll see about that. I think it may have been a misstatement. I hold open the possibility of that. I think that when you go into the nasty business of running through people's lives, which I have said is fair game, because I'm no beginner to Texas politics. It's a full contact sport, a blood sport, as we pointed out earlier. But the fact of the matter is that I don't see, and you yourself admitted just a few minutes ago, that the only two lies that you think were told, which I'm not sure they were, but the only two lies that you think were told were not big deals. They were little deals.
But the big deal is that it's a lie. Like, that's the big deal. You can say that no one died, no one got hurt.
Oh, well,
fine. The lie is the big deal.
Breaking news on the Cigar Lounge that politicians tell lies from time to time. We are. I'm sure everybody listening is shocked.
Hang on. Time out. To answer the concern question, Scott. This was where my ears actually really kind of perked up, and where I got concerned was the quote again from the unnamed source, and I hate unnamed sources. I'm going to admit this.
Right.
She's going to find a way, and she's going to figure out a way to spin herself in a way that grabs at the heartstrings. This is from the Dallas Morning News article. A lot of it isn't true about her, but that's just us who knew her. But she'd be a good governor. Now, for me personally,
you didn't like that, okay?
No, I didn't. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all, because what that suggests is, and maybe politics. Actually, we all know this. Politics is a form of, there is deception what goes into politics. I mean, you look at Abbott, not necessarily releasing everything about.
Right.
About where he's, about where he stands. You look at that. That was my concern. That was the issue. That was the issue that I had.
Yeah.
And
well, I think it's very telling. I think that's legitimate, but I do think it's very telling that when people are ripping into a woman's personal life, and you can't even ask them when's the first time they had a drink, they won't answer it. I think that people are really eager to do this Jerry Springer show version of politics, where you jump into people's personal lives, criticize every little detail about their lives, when what I want to know is whether or not this is a person who's going to raise my taxes or not. What I want to know is this is a person who's going to help us continue to have the best business climate that we can have when we have the best one in the country. I want to know that. And I want to know that from both of those people. And I hope that at some point during this campaign, we can get down to those issues, because right now, everybody is distracted by this shiny thing, which is Wendy Davis's personal life, and people seem to be kind of obsessed with it at the moment, and I don't think it's healthy.
Yeah, and Scott, I hope you understand where I'm coming from when I said, okay, that quote is what bothers me.
I do.
Because that's where I sit there and say, okay, now wait, on the issues, where does she stand on this? Now,
and they're admitting she's lying. They're like, "Oh, it's not a lie; it's spin.
Hang on.
Spin."
Because I do want to defend your tweet, and we're gonna go a little long here on Vigilant Liberty Radio, and we're going to go a little long on Vigilant Liberty Radio because I say we can. This is not Blog Talk Radio. This is Spreaker. Damn it!
It's better.
Do what we want.
It's better than Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah. So you've taken off on your own thing now.
Yes.
It's a different thing. I love it. I'm all for people just going and doing their own thing.
Yes.
Be independent. Yes. I'm for that.
So we're going to take a really quick break, and then we will be right back here on Saturday Night Cigar Lounge. Scott Braddock is here. You can find him at Scott Braddock on Twitter. Please don't send hate his way, because
it's coming.
Yeah, the fact that he was willing to come here and discuss this, and we had a nice, lively conversation. I think that's great. You can find Sean Vinkman at Mr. Fopow.
And as we already established, all the hate will be sent my way after the episode. MRFOPOW.
We will be right
I really
back.
doubted after that
We will be right back with Defend Your Tweet. And everybody's participating. That's the best part. Here on Saturday Night Cigar Lounge, here on Vigilant Liberty Radio.
Mr. President, members of Congress, you've been making a lot of noise about taking our guns away. But you might want to review history. 1835, Gonzales, Texas territory. The authorities wanted to confiscate the big gun that protected that colony. You know what the people said? Come and take it. Because they were willing to fight for their freedom.